discover areas of technology where there's a real crossover with science, kind of fit perfectly with what we do and the areas we work in. Loads of interesting companies. Every company we meet is doing something interesting, innovative and amazing.
It's already rolling. Oh, okay, so we are almost done here. I'm very happy to meet you here at your booth, and I'm very interested in basically what you are doing. What is your company doing? Why are you in quantum technologies?
A few reasons. So we're a global life science recruitment company. I joined almost 4 years ago to discover areas of technology where there's a real crossover with science. So first off, we kind of entered into the biological and chemical fields, looking at things like computational chemistry, computational biology, how that was interacting with machine learning and the developments in those fields. That kind of took us into quantum chemistry, which then led us into quantum computing. So we started working with some algorithm companies who were developing quantum algorithms for quantum chemistry. I could obviously understand and see the wider market here. There was the depth that was going into, and it's all physics and tech, right? So kind of fit perfectly with what we do and the areas we work in. Super exciting, loads of interesting companies. Every company we meet is doing something interesting, innovative and amazing, and so I couldn't think of a better market to work in, really. So that's why I do what I do.
And I feel like we just add the word quantum to everything, so we now have quantum physics, quantum chemistry and quantum machine learning, right?
Yeah, correct. And they were talking about quantum biology. So
Exactly.
It's absolutely that quantum sensing. I mean, realistically, it's going to impact all technology markets to an extent, and that's the theory. And obviously, there's a lot of talk and hype about it. There's a huge amount of investment going on currently, but there's no, I suppose, realistic use cases yet, and we're going to see more coming through. But yeah, it's certainly exciting to see the development of these, and also the development of the algorithms. And I think that's another area that's super important, and we're seeing a huge growth point in is how they're developing the algorithms and get themselves in a place where the algorithms are ready for when there's a switchover and when they can actually utilize the quantum computers, because otherwise there's no point.
Yeah, when you talk about algorithms, I feel like this is a software developer problem. Do you have like contact with a lot of software developers, or is it more like a physics thing?
It's mixture, physics, machine learning. We're seeing a growth within graph machine learning needs within quantum, so also exterior, but within quantum. As we've seen, large language models have impacted a lot of these areas. So, there's a lot going on within those markets from my perspective.
Yeah. And what do you think, or what do you feel is the industry that will be profit first from all of this research that we are doing, or that we are seeing right now in quantum technologies?
That's a very good question. What would I see? I think the obvious one for me would be the Financial Institute. You're going to, I think there's a realistic they're always looking to optimize their algorithms, and from my perspective, they're generally the ones who are going to put their money behind it first. To a very strong degree, and I think they're already optimizing algorithms already. So when they transfer over to quantum, you're going to see that improvement. But I think they're the ones who will realize revenue first. But outside of that, it can impact every single sector to an extent, and it just depends on what degree. It's also very tricky because we're predicting technology for what seems to be the kind of buzz of 10 years time. We don't know where everything else is going to be in 10 years time and what the development of research behind that is. So that's also exciting to see what else is going to make an impact within the next 10 years.
Right. And one painful question that I'm kind of asking everyone is this aspect of return of invest, because right now everyone is investing in quantum technology, expecting that this will be the next big thing. But what do you think about like the prospect of having return of invest soon or not so soon?
I think it is unjustifiable to ask for a return on investment at the moment. There are a number of companies within the quantum ecosystem, if we're just talking strictly quantum, who are already looking at profit revenue, because they're what's involved in the quantum computer, what's involved with how we're doing it. So people are building chips that are going to make a real difference. People are building some of the components that are making a real difference, and these are all going to get brought up. This industry is only growing, so if you're building parts that are going to be used by quantum computers, obviously that's of interest to people. There's companies, I mean, if you look at NVIDIA, for example, their stock growth is consistent. They're making huge their GPUs. There isn't enough of them to be produced. So they're always going to benefit from this. So they're going to be a huge beneficiary. So in some aspects, yes, you're going to get return on investment if you're making things for the quantum world, or at least to improve these. But if you're saying how long until you see revenue from a single quantum computer, it's very difficult to realise. But it seems like once we do realise, it's going to be a hell of a return. But it's I think if you're going into an investment plan to return investment on a quantum computer at the moment, it's very tricky.
And what do you enjoy most about this work with quantum technology, which for me feels a little bit like magic?
Yeah, it's a bit about magic. The best thing for me, and in every area we touch, is that pretty much, let's say 90% of the community come from a PhD background.
Yeah.
Spend years studying in a specific field. And then for them to be able to go to have an industry now where they can realise that and they can put all their passion and energy into it. It's not just about money, it's not just about return on that, it's about creating something that they're really super passionate about and they're going to get the most out of. So for me, that's what I enjoy seeing. I love seeing these people develop this, not only improving their own skill sets, but also utilising all those years of hard work they put into it and giving them a platform to utilise that and expand.
Yeah.
And that's what I most enjoy.
Making physics and math cool again, right?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Absolutely. Okay, thank you so much for the insights. I really enjoyed, and have fun at the conference.
Thank you very much.